Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. Here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about motivations, as they say in the world of acting. What's your motivation? And also how those motivations are linked to decisions. We'll talk more about that in the afternoon show, but we're going to focus on motivations. If you are new to the show, please hit that subscribe button and get all these videos for free. I did say free. What? Free. You can also simply go to Productive Through Joy and see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. Really powerful and dynamic program that we have. So, and again, if you are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which just came out in October now of last year. That book interrogates the intersection of race and violence in America, really powerful. Also author of the spanking brand new, as of April 2019, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literatures, which examines the intersection of activism and literature. I am the board president of the World Stage, a dynamic 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles' Crenshaw District. 7 days a week of workshops and performances, and it's really, you can go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that great nonprofit. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad. Go Bears! My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity when they hear, especially in my background. I am a product of a young girl who was violated at age 16, and I'm the result of that sexual violence. She gave birth to me at age 17, and then I was subsequently given up for adoption at a month old to an amazing single divorcee. At the time, though, no biological father, no adopted father. Guys, really crazy, difficult times for the young MD, yet as Kool Modi famously said, "Ha, you like me now," right? And if I can be this productive giving that particular narrative, I just know that other folk watching this show and who watch it in reruns can similarly be productive. And that's what personally motivates me, a little nod to our topic today, and inspires me, certainly motivates our business and all the work we do to bring a more complete world to the world. So thanks for being here. Let's dive into our topic. I should also mention that I'm on book tour for Americas and Animating Black and Brown Liberation. We just came back from Brattleboro, the Brattleboro Literary Festival in Vermont. Heading next week to the Louisiana Book Festival in Baton Rouge, and then soon thereafter to the Kentucky Book Fair in Lexington. So we're going to be there, and we'll be in Taos, New Mexico, and we'll be all over the place. So I'm coming. Look for me when you see me. Holla. Come see a player. Let's talk. All right, guys, we're talking about motivations. Wow, today. So point one is that you want to get a sense of what motivates you. Like, we aren't always sure about that because due to our need to survive and handle business, we at times kind of just go on autopilot. Most of us have had the experience of, if you have to drive to work or drive somewhere every day, that you can literally get to your work or some destination that you go to often, and you can literally forget, not even recall, wow, I don't even recall how I got here, what I did, because we're on autopilot. The scary thing is that sometimes our lives can be that way. Yeah, because we have to do things typically every day, and that can be, so we aren't tethered to a motivation, we're tethered to just the ritual, not ritual, but the routine, the rote routine of it. So you want to place to the forefront, which is not so easy, although it's simple, but it's not so easy to place in the forefront. What is your motivation? We call it your why. Like, what is your why? That's the point one. You want to think about what's motivating me. Well, point two is, well, how do I keep that motivation in the forefront of my mind? Also not easy, because we have a lot to deal with as adults in this world. If you have kids and you job, drama, and if you're involved in your community, as many of us are, if you're involved in social justice, as many of us are, I mean, you have a lot going on, and just your own health, right? And so, how do you keep your why, your motivations at the forefront of your mind? We suggest rituals, as many of us do, So I've got a whole bunch of them because my mind is busy, as Drake says, but I have to really keep myself, thinking about why I do what I do because my schedule is pretty challenging. And so, let me choose one of the things. So, in my office, I have pictures of my children. Right, I've got two beautiful daughters, and at different ages there around my office. And each morning, when I get up, I give them a kiss. They're still asleep, of course. I give them a kiss on their picture, just to remind myself of why I'm up at 3:30 in the damn morning, which is pretty early. That's when I start my day every weekday morning. 4:30 on the weekends, which is also too early. But it takes that time for me just to. I don't recommend that schedule, but that's what it takes for me to do what I need to do to meditate and to write and before they even wake up. Because once the kids are awake, good luck. And so I offer that as just a small ritual. I also have a little band. It's from my little rubber wrist thing. Here's another example. It's my daughter's, my youngest daughter is in the gymnastics. So her old gymnastics school gave all the kids little like, the little rubber wrist things. And so when I have a thought that is, what's the word, that's not a good thought, a thought of doubt or a thought of whatever that I don't want to be thinking, I I pull that rubber thing and I snap myself just to remind me I don't want to think that, but that's not who I am, because many of us have these loops, these mental loops that we tell ourselves these stories that aren't even true, but because we live in a world where we have history, at times those thoughts get in our head, and so for me, what I do is I snap myself when those thoughts come to mind, because those are the small things, like small practical things in terms of that's how, for me personally, I keep my motivation, my why in the forefront of my mind by embracing the narrative of who I really am, my true self, what motivates me. I'm not motivated by some, yeah, that's the point. So point three is, as you do that, and it's not easy. It isn't easy for me, that's for sure. Maybe it'll be easy for you. But it is simple. You can do those small things to keep your why at the forefront. And what it does is it allows you to go through your day in a less arduous way. I get up super early. So this morning, I recall I was up, it's early, although I've been doing this for a long time. I was in that, I'd awoken, I was in that middle zone of, all right, do I want to get out of bed right now? Jesus. And I was like, yes. What is my why? I think about my kids, I think about one love, things that I really value. And, so it's a decision. So you want to allow yourself to be in the best position to to make the decisions that are going to benefit you, your family, and your community. Boom, goes the dynamite. Thanks for being here. That's all for today's show. We will see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Thanks for being here, guys. Look for me on tour. Again, you can go to michaeldatcher.com on the writer side of me, see all my upcoming dates. I'm definitely coming. I'm probably coming because I'll be in the South. I just came back from the East Coast. I'll be in the West. I'm coming, so come see me. Thanks for being here. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.